Ladies and gentlemen, we have free agency starting next Wednesday. Monday through Wednesday is the legal tampering part, and then Wednesday the new league year starts. So then free agency will be here. We will be seeing a lot of players going to new homes. Some resigning, some won't. But I ask this question: who do the Pittsburgh Steelers need to look at in free agency? What up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And the first person we are looking at in free agency, Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs was a receiver on the Green Bay Packers. He plays a lot. He's very much a red zone touchdown kind of guy. He's always catching passes in the red zone, had some injury issues. I just don't think Green Bay will have enough to retain him. I can see him re-signing, but I do think he's somebody who needs to be on the Steelers' radar for wide receiver. The Steelers definitely need a wide receiver. It's not even a debate. The Steelers desperately need one, and I feel like he would help us, definitely. Now, with Romeo Doubs, if we got Romeo Doubs, would I still pick us a receiver in the first round? You're damn right I would. But I do think if we did get Romeo Doubs, I don't know if we would take Denzel Boston as well. I feel like if we're going to take Romeo Doubs, the receiver we need to look at is KC Concepcion, someone who's explosive, take the top off the defense, who's just a dangerous man with the football in his hands. I can definitely see that happening, but I think Romeo Doubs would help us out tremendously, especially in our wide receiver core that desperately needs. Our receiving core was terrible last year. Our running back, Kenneth Gainwell, who we need to re-sign alone. Kenneth Gainwell, I'm pretty sure was either second or first on the team in receptions. That's embarrassing. We need to do better. And he's at the top of the list. Now, the second person on this list that I have is Malik Willis. Do I see us signing Malik Willis? No, because of the price tag he comes with. I can't see it because of the price tag he comes with. But what I will say about Malik Willis is he's talented. He's very talented. He showed he can play. Honestly, Malik Willis is kind of who I wanted over Kenny Pickett, if I'm going to keep it a bean. I didn't really want Kenny Pickett that much. I kind of really wanted Malik Willis. And he's shown that he can process. He's shown in the games he's played that he can play football in this league. Now, where's going to be the best opportunity for him to play? Which is interesting. Could he go to Miami? Yes. Could he go to the Jets? Yes. Could he go to Arizona? Yes. I just don't know where he's going to want to go, and I feel like it depends on his market. I feel like someone's going to buy high on him. Would I personally buy high on Malik Willis? Probably not. Am I going to give him the $40 million contract similar to what Justin Fields got on the New York Jets? No. I'm not doing that personally. I think the Steelers will wait for Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think that's a bad idea. And honestly, if the Steelers do wait on Aaron Rodgers, that one thing that will genuinely tell you is that they truly believe Will Howard could be the guy of the future. It's that simple. That'll show you if Will Howard is the guy of the future, and they're going to continue to sit and let him groom. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not one of these guys who hate on Will Howard when we really haven't even seen him throw a pass. The last game he played in was the national championship, and they put belt to ass against Notre Dame, who I think is very talented with one of the coaches who I really wanted in Marcus Freeman. So I'm excited to see what Will Howard could do, and I'm not mad at it, honestly, if there's waiting and grooming him to be the next guy. But even if they are grooming him, I don't think it's a bad thing to take a flyer to maybe put some information out and get some information on the talents of Malik Willis, because he has a rocket arm, he's athletic, he can escape, and that's one thing Aaron Rodgers can't do is escape because he's 42 years old. So we have interesting components right there, but I do think Malik Willis is definitely worthy of us taking a look at. Next on the list, we have Wan'Dale Robinson. Now, Wan'Dale Robinson is somebody who, if we let Calvin Austin walk, you let him walk for Wan'Dale Robinson. I would much rather pay Wan'Dale Robinson than Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin get busy. I'm not mad at Big Cal. I like Cal. Cal is very tough. He's small, but he's tough as nails. But Wan'Dale Robinson gets busy. Not only does he get busy on the short routes, he gets busy on the intermediate routes, and he showed he can catch some deep balls too. I think Wan'Dale in our offense with DK would be disgusting, especially if you can get Wan'Dale. If we can get Wan'Dale Robinson with DK Metcalf, and then you put somebody like Denzel Boston or someone like Malachi Fields maybe on the other side, we are eating. We're cooking. Now that, even Jordan Tyson, that would be something that's like, oh, we have dynamic pass catchers now. The run game is solid. If we re-sign Gainwell, the run game will be fine. We just need to add weapons on the outside. Because, let's be real here, what is the average time an offensive line will hold up in the NFL? What, 3 seconds at best? 3 maybe? But when nobody's winning on man-to-man coverage and you can't anticipate anybody getting open, nobody gets open, the quarterback gets murdered. That's what happens. It turns into a true crime documentary at that point. We can't have that. So, Wan'Dale Robinson, 1,000% makes the Steelers better at the wide receiver position. 1,000%. I love Calvin Austin, but I think Wan'Dale Robinson is the better player for the slot for the Pittsburgh Steelers than re-signing Calvin Austin. That's just me. Next on the list is Rasheed Walker. I think Rasheed Walker is he's a tackle out of Green Bay. He's very talented. A lot of some injuries, very talented. But also, we don't know if Broderick Jones is going to be ready to play. I know his 5th-year option is coming up. Do I see us picking that up? Probably not. Even though before he got hurt, he was absolutely getting better. Broderick was playing much better than when he was playing in the beginning of the year. But I don't think that's going to stop us from looking at the left tackle position. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we even take a look at Jedrick Wills from the Cleveland Browns, who sat out last year but due to injuries. I could see us taking a look at him. Why not? If we're going to bring Aaron Rodgers back, we got to fortify. We need a stout left tackle and a stout left guard, depending on what we do with Seumalo. And I just won't be surprised if we bring in a true starter at that tackle position to help anchor for Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not mad at that because Troy Fautanu is a success. We got a right tackle, y'all. We got a right tackle for sure. Mason McCormick, we got a right guard. He's a dog. Zach Frazier, one of the best centers in the league. So now we got to just get this left side of the line right, and we're going to be cooking. The offensive line was pretty fine last year. They didn't play that bad. Neither did the defense in the second half of the year. We just need to fix some of these little patches that we have, and just our skill position on offense is what needs to be the main focus in my 1,000% opinion. So Rasheed Walker would be great. Next person maybe to play on side is Elijah Vera-Tucker. Listen, Vera-Tucker is a dog, okay? A lot of injuries. Like he had two torn triceps back-to-back years. A lot of injuries, but he's still young and he's still very talented. He could be like a low buy, high reward kind of guy. If he can get healthy and get in motion, I think he can play very well. One of the biggest problems with Vera-Tucker, honestly, he was on the New York Jets. Next question. Also somebody who's going to be familiar with A-Rod to a certain extent. I think Vera-Tucker, if we can't keep Seumalo, maybe they can go guard in maybe the 2nd or 3rd round in the draft. Sure, not mad at that, but Vera-Tucker is somebody I think we would take a look at as well. Even Zion Johnson is another one we would take a look at. Or they just released Mekhi Becton. Maybe we can move Mekhi Becton to the other side. These are some guards that we can take a look at to fortify that offensive line, especially since even with Mike McCarthy, we're going to run the ball, period. So I definitely think it's going to be important, and I think Vera-Tucker could be somebody we use down the line. All right, next on the list is DJ Reader. This is no disrespect to Keanu Benton. I think Keanu Benton actually had like 5.5 sacks this year. I think he's great on passing downs. It's the run defense, okay? We need to fortify the goddamn run defense. I don't care who's the defensive coordinator. Nobody can run on us like that no more, okay? We play in a very tough division. Judkins is in our division. He gets busy. Chase Brown get busy, okay? Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. We need to stop the run. Period, point blank. No matter what. One of the main holes in the Steelers defense is we cannot stop the run the last 2 years. We need to continue to fortify that. As Derek Harmon gets better, Y.A. Black continues to get better. Obviously, Kelly Cam is still Kelly Cam. Cameron Hayward is a baller. TJ is TJ. Highsmith is Highsmith. Herbo Turbos, that boy, Jack Sawyer. We need to fortify that inside trenches. I want to see the linebackers running free to go make tackles. And it has not been like that for a while. So I think another guy like DJ Reader, maybe even old 40-year-old Calais Campbell, who's somehow always damn near the best defensive lineman on his team everywhere he go, would help the Pittsburgh Steelers tremendously. And I think DJ Reader as a run stopper would genuinely help. And honestly, I think we would help him too, because he's not, as he's getting older, he doesn't have to play every single down. And I think it would just help him tremendously. And it would fortify our trenches. And the last name on the list, man, I had to talk about it, okay, is, it may not be the flashiest pick. May not, but hear me out. It'll work. He's older, but it would work tremendously. And that person is Mike Evans, okay? Now, if I'm being honest, could I see Mike Evans moving from Tampa, Florida, all the way to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Probably not. Probably not. But let me tell you something. Mike Evans is always bound to miss at least 4 to 5 games a year with those hamstring issues he always has. He has hamstring issues every single damn year. But what I will tell you, when he's on the field, still in his 30s, nobody can cover Mike Evans. Mike Evans be dusting people one-on-one. He's always had sure hands. His route running is ridiculous. Mike Evans is a bona fide Hall of Famer. And I would love to see the combo of Aaron Rodgers and Mike Evans. If you get Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and Mike Evans, the fade ball on the goal line is pretty much always going to be caught. And that's what I like about that. And then you can finally get somebody in the middle. Oh my God. We would be smoking people. I think it would work. I may be the only person who genuinely thinks this would work, but Mike Evans on the Pittsburgh Steelers would be dangerous. It genuinely would be dangerous. I'm just saying, he's a Super Bowl champion. Aaron Rodgers is a Super Bowl champion. If he goes somewhere where we have a quarterback who loves to throw the deep fade, I don't think anybody throws a fade in the goal line probably better than him. I just think it would be absolute money if Mike Evans joined the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do I see it happening? Not very likely. But would I want it? Yeah, goddamn right I would. So, those are my list of Steelers free agents the Steelers need to look at. Who do you think the Steelers need to look at? On the offensive side, on the defensive side, hell, even on special teams. Who are some free agents that the Steelers need to really take a look at and really try to bring in to make this team a much better team, who can finally win a playoff game and maybe even go and hoist a 7th Lombardi trophy? It has been your boy Dave, Forever Gang. Please like, comment, and subscribe, man. If you want more Steelers content, let me know in the comments below. It has been your boy D, and until forever finds you. Peace.